welcome to Where the Road Rises. I'm Samantha Giesey, Managing Attorney at Kerlin Walsh Law, and your guest host for today's episode. That's right, I had so much fun last time I just had to return, and this time with some guests. As you may know, Eileen often shares guidance for viewers caring for aging parents, ailing spouses, and other loved ones on Where the Road Rises. This is a space where we invite others to tell their stories, often with the hope that they may connect with one of you who's going through something similar. Our guests today, Allison Parker and Karen Young, are managers at Pathlights, a local organization that helps more than 17,000 people each year to understand their options as they age. Pathlights has been around for over 50 years and originally formed to serve the Palos, Lamont, Orland, Worth, and Stickney townships through its nonprofit mission. Today, the programs provided by Pathlights are expansive and focus on helping individuals navigating the aging process to have equal access to food, care, and safety. Pathlights achieves this in many ways through its various services. But today, Allison and Karen are here to tell us about an all-new initiative Pathlights is putting together to support our community. Thank you both so much for joining us. Pathlights is a staple in our community, but you guys are launching something brand new this year. Can you tell us about the first ever AgeWell Community Walk?
Sure. Thank you for having us, Samantha. Our AgeWell Community Walk is a first-time effort to bring together community. It's twofold. It is to provide funding for programs and services that Pathlights provides for older adults and caregivers in the community, as well as expand and bring together our community to learn about Pathlights. It's going to be held at the Oak Lawn Park District Pavilion on Saturday, September 12th. And it will be an event that is for everyone in the community coming together, grandparents, grandchildren, caregivers, everyone.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. And why was now the right time to launch the event? Can you guys tell me a little bit about the why behind the walk?
Yeah, sure. I'll jump in on that one. A couple different reasons. Last year we celebrated our 50th anniversary. We hosted our first ever gala. There was a lot of excitement, momentum behind last year, and we really wanted to continue building on that. We had been able to kind of spread more information about what we do and who we serve, and so again, just trying to continue to build on that momentum and not have it stop and keep growing those who know us and are connected to us. So that was one reason. As Karen mentioned, the community building aspect too, kind of goes hand in hand with that. And then really the funding is another really big reason. I think many folks understand the fact that our older adult population is increasing, and it's going to continue to be a larger and larger percentage of our population in the coming years. And unfortunately, funding for the types of services that we provide is not keeping pace with that growth. So although there's Older American Act dollars and things like that we use, it's definitely not keeping up with the demand that we're seeing. So our hope is that this fundraising will help fill that financial gap so that we can continue to provide all the services at a high level.
Yeah, awesome. We often say it takes a village to care for our older adults. How, in your eyes, does this event bring that village together?
So two things. Pathlights is focused on not only assisting older adults so that they can remain in their homes as long as safely possible, but also for those that love and walk alongside those older adults as well. So when we talk about caregivers, we also have programs, support groups, respite care for caregivers. And this event is going to highlight our community's why. So when a person decides to maybe form a team for this event and come out and walk as a family, they're identifying why it is that they support and believe in Pathlights programs and services.
That's fantastic. Yeah, providing for the caregivers is, I think, also just an incredible thing. Let's talk a little bit about the actual event experience and kind of what people can expect. So for someone planning to attend, what does this day really look like? Is it, just a walk? Is there more to it? I know there is, but tell me a little more about that.
Well, obviously the walk is kind of the culminating event, right? The moment we're all really there for. But in addition to the walk, we're going to have all sorts of different activities that can be included for all ages. So some things may be a little focused towards children, maybe some things focused more towards older adults, but really a lot of different activities for all ages. We'll have also some different resource booths kind of there. So other maybe nonprofits in the area, folks who have great information to provide services to the community. So they'll be there. There'll be food. We'll have lots of raffle baskets and great stuff like that. And then just, a DJ and just the high energy feeling. Like I said, the walk will be the main thing, the main event, right? But after that is over, we'll have lots of things for people to do to stick around.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. And you kind of touched on this in answering your last question, having events for the children, for the older adults, for the caregivers. So we know this is a multi-generational event. Who is the walk really for, and what can families with young children or seniors with different mobility levels expect at the event?
Yeah, so this event is can have a little bit of something for everybody. So whether you're an older adult that wants to maybe try out chair yoga for the first time, if you have young kids, Acorn to Oak is going to be out there doing some engaging craft activities. But these activities won't necessarily be segmented so it's only for children or only for older adults. We really want the intergenerational, multi-generational effect to take place. So we'll have a soccer clinic out there, and if parents want to get out there and kick the soccer ball around with their kids, or if the grandparents do, there's going to be a letter writing activity for Grandparents' Day, which is September 13th, following our event, and so the library in Oak Lawn is going to come out and facilitate that. So there will be things focused on healthy, positive aging. Also, too, the path around the ball fields where we're going to be walking is a nice, smooth path. It's about a half a mile when you go around one time. So whether you bring out kids in a stroller, whether someone has a walker or being pushed in a wheelchair as part of a team, this will accommodate all abilities and all ages.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I understand a big part of the event involves the fundraising teams, and you've mentioned, putting these teams together and supporting the various services that Pathlights provides. How can a group of neighbors or a local business, somebody who wants to be involved, how can they get involved? How can they start a team, and what can they do to be a part of the event?
Well, it's really simple, actually. You probably need to designate one person as kind of your lead captain, so to speak. They would just go to the website, which is pathlights.org/agewell. There's a button right there to register, and you would register your team and yourself as an individual on that team, and then straight from the site you'll get some emails and things that templated copy, so you can just forward those links on to your friends, and then they would register as a member of the team. So it's just a few clicks and then a short form, and you're good to go.
Yeah, fantastic. And you mentioned some really great incentives for the teams that reach their goals, raffles, a VIP team tent, I understand, and some other rewards. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those incentives to motivate people?
Yeah, love to. So there are a lot of different ways that we can thank people for forming a team and raising funds on their team. Some people are motivated by getting prizes, other people are not, but for those that are, for every $150 that you get donated to your team, you'll be able to enter into a drawing for a gift card for airline fare for $250. We also have a really nice branded Pathlights travel mug at $250. You'll be able to get one of those. VIPs are considered those that raise $750 or more, and you'll get a nice VIP bag with some fun things inside that bag. And then all teams that raise $3,000 or more are going to have a party tent to be able to have a special lunch and some special amenities. And then we'll also award our top team, whoever raises the most money that day. We'll announce them publicly as well.
Awesome. I'm very competitive, so top team speaks to me. If someone can't make it out to Oak Lawn on the 12th, the day of the event, can you tell us a little bit about other ways that they can support the cause if this is something they really want to participate in but maybe aren't available that day?
Well, obviously donations, are a great way. If you can't fundraise yourself, you could donate, or even if you want to fundraise and not be at the event, we would obviously love that as well. So that would really be the best way to get involved if you can't make it. Or if there's any sort, if you're with a business who has like an in-kind donation you'd like to make or something like that. We're also kind of working with a bunch of different businesses to figure out, just exactly what that day is going to look like and what we can offer.
Yeah, amazing. And let's talk a little bit about what exactly the cause is. We mentioned raising funds for the various services that Pathlights provides, and every dollar raised is going towards one of those critical services. So can you share some examples of some of the programs that this event will be directly funding back into the community?
Sure. Some of the programs that are probably more well-known, or maybe let's say a gateway through finding out more about Pathlights programs, home delivered meals is one of those. So very often a person may find themselves in need temporarily or long-term to supplement their meals, and so they may become a part of our home delivered meal program. And through that, they may find out about other services that they qualify for as well. We are also in the area the ones that investigate adult protective services claims that come through, and we have a team of Pathlights staff that go out to take care of adult protective services. And then of course caregiving, which I mentioned before. A lot of times because we are seen as an older adult organization, they don't realize that we do try to take care of those in the family that are caring for loved ones. And so things like our caregiver support group, caregiver programs we have in the community, we often partner with libraries to do different presentations, and then also respite care in case you just need a little bit of a break from taking care of your loved one. And then we also have a program for grandparents raising grandchildren. Too often, older adults find themselves in that kind of situation where they're actually raising their grandchildren completely. And so we do have some services and programs for them in need as well.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So for those watching at home who want to sign up or start a team right now, they're feeling that call to action, where should they go for that information?
Well, as I mentioned, our website is pathlights.org/AgeWellWalk. If you just go to pathlights.org, it's right there on the homepage, so it's an easy click from there if you don't remember the whole URL. But it's, like I said, a couple clicks. We're opening registration on June 1st, and we're offering an early bird registration discount through the month of June. So tickets for adults are $25, but during the early bird special, you'll get that registration fee of only $20. So it's a pretty accessible, event, I think, for folks. Children are only $15, $10 during early bird. So essentially, it's pretty easy. Like I said, get your whole team, your family out there to form your family team.
Yeah, and let's just remind everyone again, if you can, where and when the event is taking place in case anyone watching does want to come on out.
Sure. The event is going to take place on Saturday, September 12th from 10 until 2. It will be at the Oak Lawn Pavilion, Community Pavilion, which is right across the street from Chicago Ridge Mall. And there was one other thing that I wanted to mention that I completely forgot about. This event is being presented in partnership with OSF, actually their Complete Care 55 Plus clinic in Evergreen Park. And I wanted to mention it because it was really important for us to bring on partners that were going to be offering healthy, positive, aging-focused types of activities. And we will also have a blood drive and flu shots out there that day as well. So things that are going to help older adults stay healthy, which is a focus for our event.
That's fantastic. Thank you both so much for joining us today to share about your incredible new event. And thank you to our viewers for watching. As always, if you have any questions about today's show, the event, or navigating life's legal steps to make sure your affairs are in order, the Kerlin Walsh Law family is always here for you. Once again, I'm Samantha Giesey, and it's been a pleasure hosting both of you today and being here with all of you at Where the Road Rises.